Today marks the first on Addicted to Gear, my very first smart guitar from Enya Music. Today we're taking a look at this NEXG guitar system. Stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at our very first smart guitar. That's not to say that every guitar we reviewed till now has been dumb on the channel. It's just that this one is slightly different. This guitar from Enya Music, which is the NEXG Smart Audio Guitar, is all about flexibility, technology, creativity. We're gonna find out. Whatever it is, we're going to find out today. We're going to do an unboxing video. We're going to open up the box, take a look at what's inside, and I'm going to give you my playthrough and opinion at the end of the video like I always do. So let's get started. I'm going to switch over to the crotch cam so we can unbox this baby and you can see what's in the box. So let's get started. Let's open this up and make a little bit of a mess, shall we? I love the packaging, by the way, very Apple-like, you know. The beautiful graphics on the box, really nicely done in my opinion. And they like to keep the mystery going, keep the buyer in suspense. There's something else in here, but it's all covered up. So let's open this up quickly. We're gonna make a mess, like I said, guys. I'm assuming this is the case, and it definitely looks like it. It's got a handle here. And it also has a really nice strap on the back of it. Very nice logo on the box. Zipper feels nice and solid. Very nice looking case, I gotta say. Very well padded. Look at this thing. Plush. Thick padding on this side. I don't know if you can see that. It's on the lid here, so it's kind of hard for me to show you, but take my word for it, it's very nicely done. Let's keep the suspense going a little longer and look at what's in the actual compartments here first. I know there's a microphone in here. So if we open this up, pull out the mic, windscreen goes on the microphone. Very slick looking microphone, I have to say, in white plastic. Little switch here. We'll check that out later on because I'm really interested in the guitar first, but I couldn't wait to see what case candy was included in here. So I'll put this back. There's a lot of stuff in here. All right, there's another bag. These are a set of jacks, white flexible cable. All right, so this is looks like a charging cable. It's USB on one side, USB-C on the other side. I'll give you a close-up shot of that. An Allen key and a couple of little thumb screws. We'll see where that fits in. And in here we have, there's actually a set of in-ear monitors, guys. Very nice looking monitors here. I wasn't expecting that at all. Here it is, guys. This is the pièce de résistance, as they say in Finland. This is the actual guitar, and check it out. I've never actually played a carbon fiber guitar before, so I'm digging the feel. Very interesting. I want to take a look at this in more detail with you guys, but suffice to say that there's some nice little elements here. There's a little logo here, which I think lights up. I believe this is where the speaker is, because this guitar actually has a speaker built into it, a Bluetooth speaker. Oh, look, there's even a little grip. Little grip. That's pretty nicely thought out, I guess, so it doesn't slide when you're holding it on your lap. And then there's a little handle here. And as far as I can see, the inputs are right here. A close-up shot of that. I wonder if this actually comes off. Do you think this comes off? I don't want to break it, guys, but I'm pretty curious. Oh yeah, let's take it off. Let's see what's under the hood, shall we? Oh yeah, take it off. All right, look at this. Look at that. So you can see the speaker right there. There's actually some plastic with holes all around it. So there's nothing actually protecting the speaker except for the cloth grill. You can easily put that back in. So that's good to know that it does come off. We have a set of controls right here. There's a little paper that's removable here. I'll keep it on there because I want to figure out what it does. But basically there's some controls. There's a knob and 2 buttons and a little LCD screen. So once we turn that on, we'll see how that works. This is an additional piece that I believe goes on the top of the guitar. So let's take this out. I don't know if this is carbon fiber or plastic or what, but it's really like high quality stuff. Look at this. Look at these metal inserts here. So far it looks pretty high quality stuff, guys. I believe this is how it goes in. So here we have the thumb screws. I believe one just goes here. Just tighten that up with my hands. So they actually double as strap buttons. Pretty nicely thought out. I'm curious. Now, of course, this is not a real acoustic instrument, right? But I wanted to just hear how loud it is. It's pretty loud, even though there's nothing really resonating the sound out at this point, because it's hollow. You can see right through it. I'm looking at the fretboard here. Fretboard and frets look really nicely done. I gotta say, the frets are like super well done. I'll give you a close-up shot of that as well. And there's something here that looks like a truss rod cover. And I'm curious about that because I don't know how this would work. Does that just come off? I don't want to break it. I'll look at that later, but I'm assuming that's the truss rod cover for the truss rod. Now, because this is a carbon fiber guitar, I don't know how much of an adjustment it's going to need. The action on the guitar is very low. Technically, I would actually adjust the neck on this thing, but we're going to see how it plays just as is before I mess around with it. It's got a 0 fret right here. It does have an onboard tuner, so once we turn it on, we can actually check it out. I guess we should start playing it. Let's hold it. There. Wow. This thing plays by itself. What the hell? That's pretty cool. So I can just click the button and change the modes. We have rock fusion, fusion acoustic, acoustic singer, singer finger, and finger rock, rock fusion. So let's put it on acoustic singer. Yeah, let's put on acoustic singer, see what happens with that. This is only coming through my lapel microphone at this point, guys, but it really sounds full on my end. It's cool because the sound is all coming out from the speaker right here. The speaker is pretty loud, I gotta admit it. I mean, it feels like an acoustic in terms of the fretboard. It's just weird that the sound's coming out of a speaker for me. It takes a moment for me to get used to it. I wonder if it does harmonics. Seems to do harmonics. Not bad. Like you actually feel the punch when you strum. The low chords make that speaker really vibrate. Singer acoustic. And if I put it on Singer finger, yeah, it gets rid of some of the low end, the bass. So it, and I think there's a bit of chorus. Can you hear that? Interesting, okay. Like, I'm not going to overplay this thing because you're getting the sound out of the lapel mic, so I don't know how great you're actually going to hear anything here. Rock fusion. So there's delay, distortion, sounds a lot lower. Does it sound like rock? Not really. Okay, let's go to the next one. And now I'm in tuner mode. So actually, we should have maybe started off by tuning the thing. Let's tune it up. Okay, not the best tuner I've ever seen. So let me see if I can quickly connect this to the device. See how long that takes. If I can do that. Ah, it's connected. So instead of playing music through this thing, I'm going to play something from my own channel. That way I can hear if the sound is coming through and I won't get dinged by YouTube. So let's go into one of my last live shows. House of Twang, welcome. Paul's here today too. Works. Paul says, I got the Every Fuzz in one box. Walrus Audio, Eons. It's working. All right, so that means the Bluetooth is indeed connected, so I can technically play music through this. And I don't know if you can see this, but the little logo, it's lighting up. It's like pulsing. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. So there's a lot to take in with this guitar, guys. I'm gonna need a moment to absorb all of this. So I'm gonna switch from the crotch cam back to the regular cam and give you my feedback on this guitar, no pun intended, after playing it for a little bit. So we've come to the part of the video where I give you my unbiased review on this product, and I have to say that this is unlike anything that I've ever tried and played before. So I've been thrown for a loop, I'm going to be honest, because I'm a classic guitar player. I'm an old guy. And let's be honest, guitarists sometimes like new things. They get intrigued by shiny things and amused, but they don't like to mess around with what they know to be tried and true so much. So this guitar is completely different, and I'm taking that into consideration when I give you my review. So, first of all, I gotta say that this guitar is very flexible and does have some strong points if you're looking for a specific type of instrument. And that would be a travel instrument that you can actually put in a small case, take apart, and have everything that you would need to play the guitar, let's say away from home, in a hotel room, you know, at a little spur of the moment jam session, something like that. And people that appreciate technology like apps, like Bluetooth technology, like to be able to play music through their devices, this is a very handy thing because it has a built-in Bluetooth speaker right in it, so you can actually use it to play songs, to play music, to hear yourself playing the guitar, as well as talking through the microphone that I showed you earlier, all coming through this guitar, this instrument. Now, as far as construction goes, the guitar is actually built quite well. Carbon fiber technology, I don't know how well it lasts over time, but everything that I've heard about carbon fiber leads me to believe that it's a pretty stable material and usually doesn't need that much care. You don't want to be dropping it and you don't want to be necessarily polishing it with regular guitar polishes, but apart from that, it should withstand normal wear and tear. Now, I like the fact that they built the guitar to come apart so that it becomes very small and you can actually put it into the small case and take it with you. Should be very easily traveling friendly in an airport and things like that. The nut is actually built into the neck. So I don't know if you caught that on my close-up shots. The nut is actually part of the neck, made of carbon fiber. That's part of the reason why they put the 0 fret up there. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not really sure because I haven't actually had to work on any guitars with a nut like that that's actually built in. If you want to do any work and maybe remove that nut, you're probably going to have to file it down completely and then install something else, which I don't really know how that would work. But with the 0 fret there, you should not have to do that. It should be set up in such a way where it's basically set it and forget it. Now, if we look at the other end of the strings here on the bridge side of things, it has its own little set of questions because the bridge doesn't have a compensated saddle. So I'm not really sure if that was by design or something that they overlooked, but I'm assuming that it's intonated correctly. I would have to double check it, but you know, that's just one of the things that I spotted and sort of raised a red flag in my mind for me. Now, the fretwork on this guitar is done extremely well. The fret ends on this guitar are rounded over perfectly. I mean, some of the best fret ends that I've ever seen. Of course, you'll notice the lack of dots on the front of the guitar. That's something that you either like or you don't. In my opinion, I can use all the visual indications that I can get because, you know, sometimes I get distracted and I'm like, where was I again? And it definitely helps for me to have the indicators on the front. But they did include the indicators on the top side of the fretboard, so that helps. I don't know if they actually glow in the dark. I wouldn't be surprised because this thing is full of little surprises. The frets, as I mentioned, are nicely done. The tuners also, the hardware is very nice, I have to say. The finishing on the metal parts look immaculate, and it's a really nice sort of dark chromed finish. If we're looking strictly at presentation, it's top notch. It almost reminds me, I mean, this could be an Apple product because all of the packaging is top notch. The finishing, the details like the glow in the dark, you know, little icon here that pulses. Everything looks really, really nice. But here's the thing. In some cases, I feel like the guitar presentation-wise, you know, benefited from a lot of detail and attention, but the actual functionality of the app, for say, you know, for example, didn't seem refined enough for the rest of the way the guitar was being presented to me. Things like the tuner. The tuner seemed a little clunky to me. It didn't seem refined enough. The fact that you could connect a microphone to this system is interesting. The fact that you can connect your phone to it is interesting. But I felt the lack of usable sounds limited. Just give it a little bit more help in the sound department by giving it more usable sounds, maybe more options, giving you the ability to play around with the effects a little bit more so you can set it up the way you like it. Things like that. I think that would definitely elevate this instrument to another level. But then again, if you're buying this guitar, you're probably an early adopter. You're probably not afraid of technology. And, you know, you probably have a good idea what you're getting and what you're getting yourself into with a guitar like this. Now, would this replace a guitar, say, that you would take into the studio with you? Probably not. I don't think this is actually designed for those kind of applications. Would you be playing on stage with this type of guitar? Probably not. What you would probably do with this guitar is take it with you on vacation, maybe have your friends play with it around the campfire or something like that. Play while you're rehearsing in a hotel room, just, you know, to keep things moving. It's definitely an interesting guitar to use for those applications. But there's quirky little things like, you know, the fact that they put the speaker right over here and you're going to be playing the guitar. What's going to happen? This is basically going to act like a pickguard. this is all fabric, you know, it's covered in fabric right here. So how long do you think this is actually gonna last when you're strumming away on the guitar really hard and getting into it with your pick? Probably not very long. Yes, it is removable, as I mentioned before and I showed you before. You can take this off. Is this a replaceable piece that you can buy another one for? I don't know. I haven't really checked to see if they're offering replacement parts, but I would think that they may have wanted to put the, you know, the speaker and the speaker grill cover in a different location, perhaps on the top here. Because yes, the speakers here, you're not really going to damage the speaker per se, but you know, this little fabric piece is going to get used up, guaranteed 100%. So there's a lot of good things about this guitar. There's a lot of quirky things. I felt also that the location for the inputs and outputs here is kind of a little awkward because you have to kind of flip your guitar upside down to look at, to find them, to actually look at what they say and, you know, put the plugs in there. Is it the best location? Probably not. I would have maybe preferred to have it here in the back. But then there's ingenious things like these little screws that keep this part on the guitar. They're double purpose. They're screws and they act like little strap buttons for the guitar. So I thought that was really cool. The fact that they thought of putting a rubber piece here so that the guitar doesn't slide off your lap when you're using it, that's ingenious, you know. So there's a lot of great things going on for this guitar. There's a lot of interesting aspects to it. It's definitely a unique instrument. I like playing it. It's actually a lot of fun, and when you get into it, you kind of forget that the sound is coming out of the speaker. You know, you're thinking it's coming out of the box like an acoustic guitar, but it actually is not. But it's still a lot of fun to play. So I enjoyed it. I like it a lot. It's in the $500 range, so you're going to be looking at this guitar and comparing it to other standard type guitars in that range. So you're going to have a lot of choice when it comes to guitars, but definitely, you will definitely not find too many guitars like this one. So if you're looking for the unique factor, you want to stand out, then this is a guitar to try. So guys, if you enjoyed the review of the NEXG Smart Guitar and you appreciate my unbiased, honest opinion, then please consider subscribing to Addicted to Gear. Give us a thumbs up while you're there because that appeases the YouTube gods and helps us get more exposure on YouTube and ultimately more subscribers. And we want to grow our channel and we appreciate it. So thank you very much for tuning in to Addicted to Gear. There'll be more stuff coming your way.